Hi, I'm Linda, and welcome to my workshop. You can tell that I love to play the piano, and when you hear that jazzy music, you'll know that it's time to drop everything and come and watch the show. Because this is a crazy workshop. We do all kinds of interesting things. So today, we're not going to disappoint you. We've got a woman who works with fish bones. And yeah, I'm not quite sure how she does it either, but she's going to show us how she makes beautiful pictures out of fish bones. And then we're going to have some young designers. And the young designers really delight me because I think so often, you know, are young people sewing? Are they excited about the same things I'm excited about? Because I'm still excited about 30 years later. Can we get them excited? And they are. They're making wonderful things, and they're going to take this world by storm. So, first of all, I want to talk about jackets because I can never have enough jackets. This is one of my jackets, of course, and I have racks and racks of jackets. And I have Jackie with me who makes jackets. And Jackie, it's great to have you on the show.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
Jackie is usually in the back room sewing all the time because she does a lot of my sewing for me. And, of course, you have a lovely blazer on. And you know that we've done quite a few.
Oh, we have, yes.
Okay, well, it's nice to see them on the bodies because here's what they look like. So here's our first bottle. And I'm going to call you Donna Cherry, if you understand what I mean, because this does look like a lot of... people would recognize this from a very famous Dawn cherry. So this is one that when I saw that fabric, I said, yeah, we've got to make a blazer. But the interesting thing about this is that it's actually got a zipper. And so often blazers have buttons and buttonholes. There's nothing wrong with that. But a zipper is kind of a nice change. So if you want to turn around, Donna, there you go. You can fit it a little bit with a couple of back darts if you want. But here we go. So there is simple wild blazer. Okay, Cher, let's see what you've got on, because you've got on a different look in the blazer. So here is the ruffle down the front, and I think that's kind of a neat way. It's the same blazer pattern that you just saw, but we just added the ruffle. And I think sometimes you might want a blazer that's not really warm. It just kind of makes you look and feel good. This is all sheer, so it really is not going to add any warmth or any bulk. It's just going to look good, and you look good. And then we have the reversible one. And this works well, doesn't it?
Yes.
So we have this one side for your office day kind of thing with a little bit of ruffle around the edge. So let's look at the back, and that works well. But then I'll just undo that little button at the front, and we'll take it off, because if you're lucky enough to go out that evening, you really don't have to go home. You can just switch it. And here is the sparkly side and the evening side of that same jacket. So you could have you could still do up that clasp from the inside if you wanted to have it done up, but you could just have it loose. So here it is, this way, and then just watch and just pull that, there you got it. Okay, that looks great. Okay, I think I'll just take that one, because we're going to do that one on the show, so let's just take that one. And then we'll finish off. Speaking of dressy and dressy jackets, here we have Cher with the dressiest of jackets. And I hope it looks that good on me, because that's the one that I made for my sewing cruise. And I had to have something with the captain's, picture, and him and his white, and then me and my bright. It was a fine picture. So here is the jacket. So this is wild fabric with sequins sewn all over it. And then here is the zipper. And if you look at this zipper, it is quite fine. They're crystals. They're actually crystals that become the teeth of the zipper. So that is quite a fine zipper. So if you want something really special, that zipper will do it.
For sure, yeah.
So can we take that one off too then, and we'll talk about that one? So thank you. So really why I wanted to show you this one is that I was getting and this was before you were working with me, Jackie. I was looking I liked that fabric, and I said, can we do different things with one fabric? Could we make different jackets? So here we've sewn sequins all over that, just to embellish it and make it even wilder. But here's what we did on the program only a couple of programs ago, I think. We did all of this bleaching, and you love to do that.
Yes,
this
so
is
much
with
fun.
The dishwasher gel, and you squirt it on, and it takes color out of everything.
Yeah.
So I thought, isn't that kind of fun to show the same fabric? It looks quite different.
Yeah.
And then, of course, instead of a ruffle, I just put a little piece of it's called python, and I just stitched it in between those two layers, and it just kind of finishes off.
Didn't that ruffle up lovely?
It did. So that's that one. And then I thought, well, we'll do another one. And here is the next one. And I thought, I like things with flowers on them, as you can tell. I've got flowers all over this one. It didn't come like that. This is all appliqué. But this is all appliqué, too. So it kind of gives you an excuse to appliqué.
Appliqué on the same fabric.
On the same fabric, and it looks quite different.
Isn't that something?
So I should have stopped there. I thought, oh, Linda, stop. But I thought, well, let's take that same fabric and cover it with mesh. So here it is covered with mesh. And I thought, Oh, I don't know, but I think if we appliqued those same flowers all over it, like this, and sort of covered it up, and put some circles and some flowers, and don't put the flower right there. You might want to go down in there someplace, but you can put all the flowers all over it, applique it. It would look quite different. So you've got the same fabric done 4 different ways.
Look at that.
So don't
4
skimp on
jackets.
fabric, I guess is what I'm saying. When you
Yes.
get some fabric, get a bunch of it, and then you can play. And playing is what this is all about.
Of course.
Of course.
And you have to have fun.
Okay.
Yes.
So really, to make the reversible one, it's really pretty simple. You make your one jacket, you sew up the shoulders, sew up your underarm, put your sleeve in, and we won't go through that whole thing, but I like to put a transition between these two because I put piping here, but it could actually be a ruffled piece of fabric, so just take a fabric and put a gathering thread around it, and then when that flips over, that will be in between the two, which is kind of nice. So you actually just put right sides together and stitch around. So you're going to put this one on here. We didn't put it all the way around, just down to the bottom. But you can put that, pin that all. You'll go around there, around the bottom. Leave a place to
Open, to
turn it.
reverse it.
And you
Yes.
can use that same line of stitching along there that you used to put on the piping. And flip it, and you've got 2 jackets.
So tell me, Linda, what kind of foot would you use to put that piping
I
on
would probably
with?
just move my needle.
Okay.
Yeah, not even change the foot, because
All
I don't
right.
have time to change foot. I
No,
just move the needle.
yeah.
Okay, Jackie,
Okay.
thank you for doing this,
Well.
and thank you for being here and sewing for me. And
thank you for having me again on the show. It's
you're
been
very welcome. So stay with us, because we've got lots more good stuff coming up.
Guests of our show stay at Travel Lodge. Nice rooms, great people. Models provided by Chan International. #1 in personal development training, modeling, and acting.
I really believe if you can dream it, you can make it. And I love how so many of you do just exactly that. I do love getting your letters and your emails and your pictures. If you have questions, jokes, or funny stories, tips or tricks, or even just little comments about the show, I'd love to hear from you. Now, if you'd like to contact us, get a pen and paper ready for the end of the show, and you'll see the address and website, which has guest and project information. Get inspired from the show. Dig out your needles and threads, your fabric and scissors. Get creative. And don't forget to tell us about it. I am just fascinated by this next topic, and the next topic is Yvonne Cardinal, the Fishbone artist. And you have done amazing things with fish bones. Whatever started you in that?
Fish head soup.
Fish head soup.
Fish head soup.
You
That's
are
where
the
most-
ultimate recycler. Then you don't let those bones go to waste.
Not anymore.
So you put the fish heads, and are they all the same kind of fish or different kind of
No,
fish?
they're all different. And it's exciting. Every different fish I get, I want to know what's inside that head. I mean, that sounds strange to say what's inside that head.
Oh,
but
no,
it's
no,
true.
no. I
There's
want to
so
know what's
many
inside that
different-
head. So well, we're not going to
There's
mix it
so
up,
many-
you know.
No, these are all white fish.
Okay,
They're all
so let me
different.
look. So these, you say, are white fish?
Yeah.
And then you dye them to
Then
be
you
red
dye them
fish.
to be red
Okay.
fish.
Okay.
Red, pink,
Okay.
purple, you name it.
And what kind of fish are these?
This one is a salmon, and the salmon and the rainbow trout almost have the same types of bones. I've
Okay.
noticed, right?
And this is a
This
different
is
kind?
a jackfish, right?
Okay.
And this is a grayling.
Okay.
This comes off of
So it
grayling.
is important what kind of fish.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Okay.
This
Does
is
the
part
soup
of
taste the
jackfish.
same no matter which fish?
No.
No,
No,
okay,
no,
okay,
no.
okay.
The soup does taste different.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yep,
Okay,
oh, for
let's
sure.
see. So you take all these bones, you dry them then? Is that what
Yeah,
you do?
oh, for sure. You wash them really clean first. You take all
Okay.
the meat off of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to have all the meat off.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
all
yeah,
has to be
yeah.
off. And then
Dry
you
them.
dry them.
And they become
And
quite
then-
brittle and quite
They
parchment-like.
do.
Yeah?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And you want to use them right away. Otherwise, they become like this color.
They get yellowed?
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
rust. Believe it or not, that's
really?
rust.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm not supposed to talk about rust.
Okay, so all right.
Just kidding.
What,
You gotta use them
where
right
does
away.
this come from?
That's the fin, the tail.
Oh, of course.
So you got to
All right.
clean that off really
Yeah,
good. As
yeah,
you
yeah.
notice, it's been combed. All
Yeah,
that
yeah,
flesh has
yeah.
to come off.
So how
again.
about the scales? Isn't that where you started? You used the scales
I
to
started
begin?
with the scales. Yes.
Okay, so you then scale a fish,
Yes.
and you use the scales, and
Yes.
here we are talking about
Scales. Yes.
scales. So those are
Yeah.
scales.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the idea that you use every part of the fish. I mean,
You do.
that
You
comes
use
from your heritage.
every
You
part of it
learned.
you eat
Yeah.
First.
So here,
I ate
so
first.
yeah.
And I threw all that stuff out. Look at all this beautiful stuff.
Yeah, all those years you were wasting all those
No
bones.
kidding.
Yeah.
All that money.
Yeah, because
Play
now.
with your food.
Okay, so you then decided that. Well, you said that you watched my show a lot. You've enjoyed sewing, and you.
Well, I've sewn since I was a young person.
Mhm.
And then, of course, I went to Nate to take tailoring.
Sure.
And then, I don't know, I was watching HGTV, and there you were.
Okay, all right.
Were you on it?
Well,
That's
I've been
the
on.
show
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching,
Okay, but
and
you've
when I
watched
first
me. And
saw
you,
you,
yeah. Okay.
And then I found you, I think.
Okay, and so
Channel 9 or something.
then you said you were afraid you weren't being able to see or your eyes were going to go. So this is why you got into this.
My eye went.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going blind.
Okay.
So then I had
Then
to close my shop.
Okay.
And feeling sorry for myself
Okay.
one day and eating my fish head soup
Yeah, yeah.
was how I discovered these two bones.
Okay. So
And
if
of course there was this butterfly I thought I could make. And I
this
thought,
became
well,
a butterfly, yes.
well, see, this is the first
Okay.
time I
So
found
here we have
this.
butterflies. Look,
There
look.
they are.
Wonderful butterflies out of
You
that
make
particular.
all kinds of. Oh yes,
Yeah.
and I have to tell you,
Yes.
I had never painted before I started doing this.
Yes.
I make stick people.
Okay. Well,
Stick
I mean,
people.
who knows where this could take you? I mean, this could go on.
I know.
So anyway, let me see. So you start out with your birch bark, and
Yes.
you get this from your trees.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And you
And you
dry
have
it.
to go out there, trudge in the bush. I call it my shopping spree.
Okay. You go out shopping
Go
in the bush.
shopping
Good.
in the bush.
Yes.
And you can't take this off live trees. You know, at least you shouldn't. And if
Yeah.
you do,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
should.
Because you're killing the trees.
You're
so,
killing
yeah,
trees, yeah.
yeah.
You go. There's a lot of dead places you can go get
Sure,
these dead trees off.
Okay. Then let's start to make something. Then.
Okay, let's
How
do
would
that.
How would you do that?
Well, since we wasted some time here.
Okay.
this
And
is
you
kinda
use a
dry.
glue. It has to be a carpenter's
It
glue.
has to be carpenter's glue and has to dry clear.
clear, okay.
As you can see, you can't see the glue on it. And you put
Sure,
gobs
sure.
on there because you want this stuff to stay.
Yeah, okay. You do.
Okay?
Okay.
This is
yeah.
going to look ugly for a while, but it will go away.
Okay.
So we're going to make a little bit of a branch for this.
Well,
This
actually,
butterfly we're gonna make?
Can we just lay them on and we'll pretend? Cause,
Oh, we're gonna
yeah, 'cause
pretend
it's gonna
we
go a
don't
little
have
faster.
time?
Yeah, it's going to go a
Okay.
little faster. So,
So we're just going to make kind of a branchy thingy.
okay.
We're going to make a colored one.
And how do you decide what bones to use for what? Do they kind of call out to you? Is that what they do? or-
Well, you decide what you want to look
Yeah.
pretty,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, sure. So,
And that's
like-
what I basically do.
Okay.
Okay? So here's our fancy red one, since red seems
Well,
to
there you
shine
go.
in
Yeah,
the cameras
that's-
really well.
yeah, that's
But
really
you know, you
beautiful.
can either do a single, and I often do that in smaller pieces of art. I do an awful lot of small pieces of art for the stores.
Yes.
And by
yes.
the way, I do art for stores.
That's great. That's great. Oh, that's
And,
looking really beautiful.
Okay?
This is lovely.
And there's the body. And the bodies come from the jackfish. This is the bone, and on
Oh.
there connects these little
So
bones.
you can mix your fish then. You don't have to use all the same fish on one.
Oh, whatever you can make, you got to find bodies. I mean,
Yes.
you can't just put this in
Exactly.
your thing. You want
exactly.
everything to look.
Okay.
You try to get as close to what you can.
You can make birds. I
Birds.
see this, and
You
then
can
you
make
paint these.
cockatiels. What do you call?
What is this?
Well, it's a butterfly of my own imagination. I'm
Of
sorry
course,
to tell you.
Of course. So
Right.
once this is all glued together, you're going
Right.
to put some clear
And then-
fingernail lacquer on
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Fingernail lacquer.
Yeah.
Once you detail it, don't forget.
Oh,
The
you're going to
detail.
do some painting, and
Yes.
this is where you said you've learned to paint. And
That I
yes.
had no choice.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
some friend of mine says men can really be helpful.
And-
Here's another one.
Okay.
He says to me, butterflies don't look like that.
Oh, okay. So now you know what
You
butterflies
get
look like.
constructive criticism from
I
your
see.
friends.
Well, I
right?
think there's a lot of imagination in there, and I think that you have got
So,
a ton of it. And who knows where you're going to go next? Didn't you say you're going to start
Exactly.
to write a book now? And
yes.
all kinds of
children's
things?
books of my
Okay,
true
okay.
experiences. Funny things. I don't want to know.
oh, I'm
nasty
sure they'll
stuff.
be funny because
Funny
you've
things.
lived life to its fullest, and
Oh, and
you're
I'm
not
not
done
done
yet.
yet.
Oh, you're not done yet. You got that right. Okay, thank you,
So
Yvonne.
there. Are we done?
Well, we're pretty well done. Yes.
Oh,
thank
too
you.
cool.
Thank you so much.
And
It's-
I'm happy.
It's great to have you
There
on the
you
show.
go. And this is a bird.
Oh, that is. Don't you go away because we got more good stuff coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Oh.
And here, that is just beautiful. What keeps me excited about this whole field of fashion and fiber and fun? Well, it's seeing young people starting to get excited about the same thing that I've been excited about for so many years. So I am joined by two students. We have Justin and we have Crystal. And you're hot off the press from one of the colleges, aren't you?
Yep, Lethbridge College.
Okay, and how long was the program?
The program was 2 years. We got a diploma. After 1 year, you can get a certificate, but we chose to just do the 2-year program. So.
Okay, and would you do it again if you had the chance?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was a lot of work, but it's well worth it in the end. We're designers now, so.
Okay, all right. So what is your comment on the program?
Oh, it was the best 2 years of my life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of fun.
So. And you've learned a lot of stuff? I mean, fun is good, and you've learned a lot. And
I learned tons of stuff.
Yeah. So have you sort of learned that if you can dream it, you can make it? Is that sort of what you...
Yeah, it's really cool to see, like, an idea turn into something.
Yeah,
so it was nice that we could learn to go from an idea to an actual item of clothing.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Okay, so let me see. Who's going to just...
I think I have some designs here first.
Okay, so yes, let's see what you're...
So this is something I made for a collection. It was for Alberta Sewn Association of Alberta Sewn Products.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And it's a Spencer jacket on the top there, and then the Empire pants, and it goes right underneath the bust there. Mm-hmm. As you can see, there's some grommet detailing all along the sides. And there's just a little jewel decoration in the front and some piping all throughout the seams, so it's quite structured, but I like the masculine lines that are through.
Well done. What is that fabric of that jacket?
That's a wool. I think it's a blend, so it would be acrylic probably.
Yeah.
Blend.
Okay, nicely done. Okay, so that's one.
Yep. And so this one it's a knit dress, so it fits many sizes. I've had a model that's size 2 to size 14 wear this.
Oh, you're a man after my own heart. This is the way all clothes should be.
Yeah,
good idea,
exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, as you can see, it has a nice flounce at the bottom, quite feminine and flirty, and then a lot of accessories such as pearls, and you can see the belts, and it just kind of pulls the collection together.
Okay, this is your classic little black dress.
Yeah,
this is,
anyone can wear it, so.
Yeah, okay, that's very good.
And this one's quite similar. The base of the skirt, however, is a different material.
So it's not a dress, it's 2 pieces.
It's 2 pieces.
Okay.
The bottom of the skirt, is stretch woven, so it has a high resiliency, so it won't wrinkle as much, and it's easy to store. And then it have some pearls there to accessorize and pull it together.
And the fact that it's 2 pieces means that you can mix and match and do different things with it.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, good job. So you just brought 3 and you brought 3.
Yes, I do.
Let's have a look at that.
The first outfit I have here.
Isn't this cute? This is really cute.
It is a baby doll dress reminiscent of 1960s.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, yes.
I was inspired by the fabric to make that, so I put a little bit of gray detail along the bottom, and this outfit is great for all shapes and sizes, and it's fun and flirty and cute.
I remember wearing that, and I think I had to do little underpants to go with it, because as soon as you bend over, you're in trouble, so I remember doing something like that. What's the fabric in that?
This is a mystery fabric. It was donated by a woman named Joyce Scott to the Lethbridge College. We were all allowed to choose which fabrics we'd like to take, so I took this one, and I am not sure what its content is or what kind of fabric it is.
I like that idea. So if you have extra fabric, this may be the perfect place. Go to one of the colleges. They've got colleges like this all over the continent, and give them some of the fabric, and they will appreciate it, I'm sure.
It's much appreciated.
Especially the retro kind of stuff. You'd love that.
Oh, yeah. Best designs come from those fabrics.
Yes.
So, the second garment I have here is the tailor jacket she's wearing. It's black with white pinstripes. It's double-breasted and has a double vent in the back.
Right.
I like big collars and accentuated details, so I put a large collar on this item here. So.
And lots of buttons?
Yeah. Lots of buttons.
And buttonholes then?
Oh, yes, buttonholes that were done by hand.
Okay, good girl. Okay, that's beautiful. That's great.
Thank you.
And here's your third one.
And my final garment here is a flowered jacket. And again, I have a large collar on it because I love large collars.
Large collars are good, yes.
Yeah, so this can be worn as a jacket or a dress, whatever you feel like doing, or just to the grocery store. So.
And very easy fit with that sash detail.
Yeah, I put snaps on it so it's easy to do up and take off. So, yeah.
Okay, well, good job. So where are you going to go with this, Crystal?
Right now I'm taking some time off, but I hope to go back to school within the next year or so.
Okay, so that's good. So you think it's been a worthwhile experience and you're
Oh.
not done yet?
Oh, most definitely. I think there's much more to learn, so
Okay,
if I can go
and
back to school, I will.
Justin, what would you say?
I'm going to focus on my collection. I won a scholarship for the ASAP Association. So I'm going to focus on that and then see where that takes me and hopefully become a designer.
Who's to say? An open mind, and what I would say, good luck. Thank you for coming to the program and sharing that with us, and keep up the good work. The world needs more people like you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you so much. So don't you go away, because we've got more good stuff coming up. Keep those letters and pictures coming. I'd love to get them. And if you want an address, just watch the credits at the end of the show. This is today's mailbag. Dear Linda, first of all, I love your show. I watch it every week. I love trying all the new and creative ideas that you show because they are fun, but also because they are very easy on my budget. I bought some purse frames from a garage sale. What do I do? Sincerely, Lori from Little Rock, Arkansas. That's a great question. And luckily enough, I happen to have Tammy O'Connell here, who just specializes in this kind of thing. So what should she do?
Well, she most likely has a purse frame that looks similar to this. The way to start is to make a pattern by drawing the inside of the purse frame and then drawing the purse bag.
Okay.
Then choose her lining, 2 pieces of lining, right sides together, stitch to the hinge area like so.
Okay.
And leave in the lining a 3 or 4 inch turning spot. 2 pieces of fabric, right sides together, stitch in the same fashion, and then
I can see what you're going to do here.
See how that's going to go together.
Yes, you're going to put right sides together, stitch from that dot around to there, and stitch from this dot around to here.
And then you get a funny looking animal like this.
That's true.
And it's all the wrong side, but remember we left that 4 inch turning spot, which when you turn
magically you turn it, and you've got a nice lined bag that I would guess is going to fit into here.
Fits right on in. Then to attach it to the bag, very simply, it has holes in the frame, and we've got an example with this purse here where we've used beads to stitch on, and then inside you'll also see additional line of beads if you put some pretty beads in there, and you have a finished, completed purse.
Okay, so it's just a matter of what the frame is going to look like. You've got some that you can screw on, you could sew them on, you could put fringe on the bottom, you can do all kinds of things with this. This is fun, fun, fun.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Tammy. You know, we're out of time, and thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Do make sure that you watch us again next time, because we're going to have way more fun than the last time on Linda MacPhee's Workshop.
To receive the companion book for this series with all of the project details, send 1998 to the address on your screen or call 1-888-MacPhee or visit us on the web at www.macpheeworkshop.com. Sponsored in part by Janome, quality sewing machines since 1921. And by Rowenta, the garment care experts, meeting the needs of the sewing enthusiast for over 100 years with high-performance irons, steamers, steam generators, and ironing boards. And Wonderfill Specialty Threads, thread for the way you sew. And by the Woolen Mill Store, your source for quality fabrics and more, featuring the largest selection of wool and wool blend, yardage from Pendleton Woolen Mills. And by Horn of America, experience quality, innovative ideas, and customer service. And Creative Festival, bursting at the seams with hundreds of industry experts, conference classes, exhibits, and more. Experience creativity in the making.